Imagine a force so insidious that it ensnares the unwary into a web of laziness, indulgence, and evasion, perpetuating a cycle of inaction that seems impossible to break. This is the dark allure of Belphegor, the demon of sloth. Known for luring individuals into the seductive comfort of sloth by promising ease and pleasure, Belphegor's influence is a potent triad of destructive traits. By exploring Belphegor through the lens of mutually reinforcing elements, we uncover the intricate web of his influence, revealing how laziness leads to indulgence, indulgence fosters the avoidance of responsibility, and avoidance deepens laziness. Delve into the depths of this demonic triad and discover how each element feeds into the other, creating a self-sustaining loop of vice that is as compelling as it is ruinous. Through historical insights and scholarly analysis, we will unravel the complexities of Belphegor's power and examine the feedback loops, causal chains, and harmonic interactions that make his influence so pervasive and challenging to overcome. Join us as we expose the intricacies of Belphegor's triadic dominion and explore strategies to disrupt his malevolent cycle. Belphegor's characteristics of sloth, indulgence, and avoidance of responsibility are interdependent and mutually reinforcing. As noted in historical texts, Belphegor is often depicted luring people into sloth and laziness by offering them wealth and ease, according to Davidson in A Dictionary of Angels. This laziness leads directly to indulgence, as those ensnared by Belphegor's temptations seek comfort and pleasure over productivity. Those who fall into the trap of sloth are quick to indulge themselves, states Geely in Encyclopedia of Demons and Demonology. This indulgence, in turn, causes them to avoid responsibilities, further entrenching them in laziness. The coexistence of these traits forms a stable, self-sustaining loop that keeps individuals trapped in inaction and indulgence. Addressing any one of Belphegor's traits can disrupt the cycle. As noted, the key to overcoming the influence of Belphegor is to cultivate discipline and responsibility, Lemoyne, the demonic hierarchies. By reducing indulgence, individuals are less likely to fall into laziness. By denying oneself the pleasures that lead to indulgence, one can avoid the trap of sloth. Claassen, the transformations of magic. Additionally, taking responsibility head-on counters the avoidance behavior, which in turn reduces indulgence. Finally, when sloth is addressed directly, individuals are more likely to take up their responsibilities, breaking the cycle entirely. This feedback mechanism illustrates that removing any one negative trait can weaken the others. Belphegor's influence unfolds in a causal chain. The initial step towards Belphegor's domain is the embrace of sloth, Spence, Encyclopedia of Occultism and Parapsychology. Once laziness takes hold, indulgence follows naturally as people seek easy pleasures. Sloth breeds a desire for indulgence, for it is easier to seek pleasure than to engage in hard work. Russell, Lucifer, the Devil in the Middle Ages. This indulgence then leads to avoidance of responsibilities, as people prioritize their desires over duties. Indulgence in excesses often results in neglected responsibilities. Geely, the Encyclopedia of Demons and Demonology. Conversely, if one avoids sloth, they will more likely confront their responsibilities directly, breaking the causal chain and mitigating Belphegor's influence. The traits of Belphegor inclusively reinforce each other, creating a robust cycle. To embrace sloth is to invite indulgence, and to indulge is to shun responsibility, as noted in Bunson's The Encyclopedia of Demons. This process is inclusive because each behavior feeds back into the others, creating a loop where avoidance of responsibility also reinforces laziness and indulgence. Avoiding duties creates a space filled by sloth and pleasure-seeking, according to Eliade in the Encyclopedia of Religion. This inclusion ensures that once an individual falls into one of these traits, the others soon follow, creating a comprehensive and inescapable cycle of vice. Belphegor's traits form a harmonic triad where each combination of two traits reinforces the third. When sloth and indulgence coexist, the avoidance of responsibility becomes almost inevitable, as MacDonald explains in The Devil's Party, A History of Demonology. This combination is potent because when individuals are lazy and self-indulgent, they naturally avoid their duties. Similarly, when sloth and avoidance are present, indulgence increases as a way to fill the void left by neglected responsibilities. Avoidance and sloth together breed indulgence, creating a powerful cycle of inaction and pleasure-seeking, Kelly describes in The Fallen Angels. Lastly, indulgence and avoidance together intensify sloth, as the lack of responsibility and the pursuit of pleasure make any effort seem burdensome. This harmonic interaction ensures that Belphegor's influence is comprehensive and self-reinforcing. However, by understanding the nature of these interdependent traits, we can devise strategies to break free from his grasp. The key lies in pursuing the affirmations of the negated states highlighted in our triads. To counteract sloth, we must cultivate discipline and diligence. Engage in activities that require sustained effort and set achievable goals to build a habit of productivity. As the philosopher Seneca wisely stated, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Addressing indulgence involves fostering moderation and self-control. Practice mindfulness and self-restraint to avoid overindulgence in pleasures that lead to laziness. As Benjamin Franklin advised, temperance puts wood on the fire, meal in the barrel, money in the purse, credit in the country, and content in the house. To overcome the avoidance of responsibility, embrace accountability and commitment. Take ownership of your duties and face challenges head-on. Remember the words of Albert Schweitzer. The only ones among you who will be really happy are those who will have sought and found how to serve. By actively pursuing discipline, moderation, and accountability, we can break the negative feedback loops that empower Belphegor. Embracing these positive traits disrupts the causal chains and harmonic interactions that sustain sloth, indulgence, and avoidance. Through conscious effort and intentional living, we can diminish Belphegor's influence in our lives, fostering a cycle of productivity, balance, and responsibility that leads to true fulfillment and success.